What are the keys to self-mastery? How can you cultivate it in yourself? And what does it look like to be a master in a spiritual sense? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia Salo and I help lightworkers, starseeds, priestesses and leaders to remember who they are. And I do so inside of my school of Remembrance, where I walk people through different levels of consciousness that mirror the ascension pathway. And I help people to embrace their gifts, remember their power, and to step into their potential. And in this video, I want to talk about self-mastery. To me, it's such an attractive, beautiful concept. When you devote yourself, your energy, and your life to something greater. Because through the journey of self-mastery, you are truly tapping into the consciousness of that ascended master. And an ascended master is not so focused on themselves anymore. It actually is a pathway out of the ego into your highest service. So how can you cultivate your self-mastery? Here are 10 keys that will help you to do that. The first key to self-mastery is to embody your soul. To me, embodying your soul means that you are consciously tapping into your highest potential. You are doing the things that you feel deep inside you are meant to do in this lifetime. You are playing into your highest potential by embracing your gifts, embodying the energy of your soul. So you truly follow the lead of your soul, not the lead of the ego. And through that journey, the master is born. So embodying your soul is the key concept of becoming a master of your life. The second key is that a master goes where they are afraid to go. And I think we all know that if you avoid something, it's going to wait for you right there. So you can avoid working on some fears, limiting beliefs, or perhaps soul wounds. Life after life again, you can be avoiding doing the things that you know would move the needle forward. But in the end, you'll have to do that. You'll have to face it. It's the same like if you, don't clean your house. It's going to get messy and then you'll have to deal with it, but it will take you more time to clean it up than if you did it regularly. So it's similar with our spiritual house, with our spiritual landscape. Those places where we are the most afraid to go hold the highest potency and power. Inside of my school of remembrance, this is exactly where we go. I can feel instantly where people don't want to go and where is the biggest transformation for them. And when they go there, there is a sense of relief and it's almost they can start their life on the next level. They are free to go and do what they want to do because they are freed from that burden that has been sitting there and they perhaps didn't look at it before. So as a master, go where you are afraid to go, where you feel the biggest resistance, because this is where the transformation lies. The third key to self-mastery is being intentional with your energy, your time, and also making decisions and taking responsibility. So a master is very intentional about their moves. They have this long-term vision. So they don't do the things that feel easy at the moment. They commit themselves to something greater. They think in the long term. They have this long-term vision. And the vision doesn't have to be completely detailed, right? Because life changes, life evolves. But you have something where you direct your energy, your focus, your time. And you also are not afraid of making decisions, because hesitation and the energy of waiting and postponing acting on things that we know would help us move forward is stagnation. It doesn't create anything beneficial. And so a master knows that, and he or she is making decisions in alignment with their highest vision for themselves and their life. And so it's actually easy to make a decision from that place, because you just have to see if that thing is aligned with who you truly are, your values, and who you want to become or not. And then you know if it's a yes or a no. And it also helps you to become intentional with your boundaries, with your time and your energy and your focus. The fourth key to self-mastery is to cut off any distractions. So distractions are the things that keep you from stepping into your potential and embracing your purpose. Those distractions can be very obvious, but many times they're subconscious. So a master has decided that it doesn't bring them any value to keep waiting, to keep distracting themselves from their highest potential. A master understood that it's all about creating an energetic momentum. So when you focus on something that's meaningful to you, you just continue moving in that direction, and it creates that momentum in your life. And so any form of distractions that are really not important, the habits, the mindset, the feelings, the things that take you out of that flow of your soul are just distractions. And we have them because there's some kind of fear subconsciously. If you are interested, I have another video on distractions on my YouTube channel, so you can learn how to work with them. The fifth key to self-mastery is to be okay walking the path alone. Every single light worker who has ever come into my school of remembrance have had this fear that if they evolve too much, if they become too spiritual, they will lose the people in their lives, because perhaps their spouses, their children, their friends will not be able to relate to them, and so subconsciously they hold themselves back. But a master understands that you are a way shower. You go first, you open the door, you hold the door for other people. A master is truly at the leading edge of collective consciousness. And so there is not many people who can walk there side by side, and even those other masters and leaders, they have their own unique blueprint and design. They're supposed to focus on something a little bit different than you. So you can have people in your life who will walk some part of the journey with you. And they will be able to reach the depths of you to various degrees. But there's likely no one who will fully get you on every level all the time, 24/7. So be okay with leading yourself, holding that space for yourself. You don't need a constant witness to all your spiritual awakenings and realizations. It's not important, it's not necessary. You can go deep within. And as you go there and you embody what you have realized, you open the door to other people. You become the invitation for other people to start walking their journey as well. And this is what a master cultivates in themselves. They are okay with walking the path alone without being alone. So you don't have to live in a cave, right? Unless you choose it. But you can have beautiful, rich relationships, but don't put that kind of pressure on someone else to understand exactly every nuance of your spiritual journey. That's for you. So claim it for yourself. You don't need to drag other people there, but you inspire them through your embodiment of it. If you like this video, I would like to invite you to my free training where I guide you through the ascension pathway that mirrors the 5 stages of consciousness: a light worker, starseed, priestess, leader, and a master. And inside of this training, you will learn what are the things to work on each level, and what are the transition portals into the next level of the ascension pathway. So if you are interested, you can get access by subscribing to my newsletter. See you there. The next key to self-mastery is cultivating a sense of spaciousness, stillness, and presence. So a master is very present. They are fully in the present moment, and also their aura becomes the energy of presence, so it has an impact on other people. And they do so again by being fully intentional about their energy. They are able to be fully in the present moment because they are conscious of what they are doing. When you are fully in the present moment, you are conscious. You are not checking out of reality. You are not numbing yourself. You are not choosing those distractions. You are fully there. And when you are fully there, you can actually listen to the energy. There is energy in everything. It's all around you. It's within you. It guides you. Life truly guides you to where you need to go next. It's this undercurrent of energy ever present in your life. And so Master cultivates stillness, peace, presence in themselves. And they are listening to this energy. And this is where that wisdom that we associate with masters come from. They just listen. That's their secret. The next key to self-mastery is to create from your heart. When you get out of the way and when you create the things that excite you, that ignites you, that change you and other people, you devote your life and yourself to something meaningful. And so a master always creates what they think is meaningful. It may not be meaningful to everyone, but it's always meaningful to them. So again, there's that intention, and they truly do create from the heart and the soul. And the beautiful thing is, when you create from your heart, you feel joy. It expands you. You enjoy it and you are in the flow. And you don't have to study and prepare to do something. If you are tapped into the energy of your heart, it will guide you. And so this is where that seamless mastery comes from. When you look at a master from an external perspective, you see that they just move through their life with such ease. And it's because they're so tapped into their heart, and everything they create comes from the heart. This is where that flow comes from. So cultivating, creating from the heart, regardless of what other people will think. Don't get stopped because of some judgment or expectations of other people. You only respond to your own guidance and to God. This relationship is sacred. This is your point of power. The next key to self-mastery is to know yourself without being attached to who you think you are. So a master knows who they are. They know it intimately. They know their essence. And again, it's not about being able to put it into words. It's more about that you feel it. You know it. It's very clear. You know who you are. And at the same time, you are not attached to it. You don't make it mean anything about you. You don't elevate yourself over other people. You don't put yourself on a pedestal. You know who you are, and you don't think anything about who you are at the same time. So you know who you are, and at the same time you know you are like nothing, no one, in a good sense. There is no attachment. There is no ego attached to who you think you are. So there is a knowing and just being that energy without having those attachments connected to it. This is really important. And the next key to self-mastery is a master is cultivating an energetic exchange that feels equal. And this is a very tricky one for most people. We oftentimes think that we need to overgive, we need to cross our own boundary, or whatever it is. But a master understands that there is this law in the universe where everything needs to be balanced. We can call this law karma. We can call it nature. We can call it whatever we want to. But the law is very clear. Every energy that you give comes back to you in equal measure. And so they are giving a lot. As a master, you are creating from your heart. You are giving. And so it's equally important to allow yourself to receive, because a master knows that if you don't let yourself receive, there will be some form of correcting this balance of energy that's missing in your life. And this can happen through an illness, injury, or something else. So if you don't maintain that equal flow of energy, it's going to be somehow equalized for you externally, and a master knows that. So there's this sacredness in that energetic exchange that they honor and feel. So they're okay to receive, and they also give. And there's no restrictions to giving and receiving. It can flow in equal measures. And the last key to self-mastery is to cultivate your genius. So a master truly knows and understands where their genius is. So it can be very individual to every single person. But I invite you to think about your genius. Now, like at school, we were taught that we have to be good at everything. And I think it's very valuable and good to have foundation and understanding of many different areas of life. I think it has its value. At some point, you want to dive deep into your inner genius. You want to create your life from your sphere of genius instead of trying to be average at something else. Because if something is not aligned with your inner genius, you truly can be good at it with lots of effort, but you will never excel at it. And so Master understands that those aspects where is your genius is exactly what you should focus on in this life. And if you want to dive deeper, I invite you into my masterclass to meet your inner genius. To me, genius and master is the same thing. And so in this masterclass, you learn how to cultivate this aspect of yourself, how to create this kind of like a training for yourself, which allows you to fully tap into your own individual expression of your mastery. You can find it linked down below or on my website in the masterclasses. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to let me know that you want to see more of this content. And I see you next time.